Hello, and welcome back to Submachine Universe. I've already forgotten everything we were doing. We were here, right. And I got a weight stone. I got a bunch of wisdom gems. And I don't remember what I was, doing right at the end. I feel like there was something I was, planning on doing. Oh yeah, these ones, right? There were two Sirgo looked up to, unattainable teleport things, and I think I've gotten to those, since these should probably notate those what are they called? Codes? Coordinates? So maybe I should just go to those. Yeah, but I already forgot what they were, so I'll have to look them up again, I suppose. Did I read this? At the edge of the submachine. Karma portals. Yeah, I did read that. And then did I write anything down? By the way, in the portal in this area? This one, or do you mean, the other one over here? By the way, what? You can go left and right on the pipe. Wait. Oh, Karma Portal. I don't even remember where the Karma Portal was here. Oh, here. Ah! Oh, I see. Yeah, thanks for that. Well, going left didn't seem to do much, but going right, I suppose? Oh! Infinity, infinity, infinity! Or 888, probably. So, let's write that down. Did I read all this? Klein bottle? Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. That's good. One more thing to find. Do you happen to remember the two coordinates that you couldn't find in-game anymore? That you have to, guess to get? I don't know if I wrote them down or if we already went to them. Can't really remember. But I guess I could just go to 314. At least to begin with. You think I went to them? Okay. Yeah. I don't even know. I can't remember. I don't remember anything. 14 and 815. Oh, 314. Oh, I see. 314 and 815. Okay, so I have them written down. I just haven't been to them. Alright, good. Thank you. Thank you for keeping more track of the stream than I do. And what I do. Okay, pi, I suppose? Digits of pi. Maybe we should try... Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, 314. I was gonna say, maybe we should try the first 3 digits of pi. We already did. Oh, hey, guy. Yeah, I mean, doesn't seem to be much here. There's a bunch of, Chinese characters with geometry and circles and stuff. Well, I guess let's just head to 815 then, as well, even though I'm, skipping high stuff. And this is, Morse code? Hold on. Shit. I was talking. I'm just gonna see if I can decode this. Oh god, that's so fast! I would need to, slow it down or something. God, that's so fast. Morse code, please. I can't even, tell what's long and what's short. I think it's long, short. Hold on. Oh my god. I actually would need to, hold on. I can, like, start a recording now. Stop the recording now. Then I'll go find that. We'll mute the game for now. And then I can actually put that in, like, Audacity and slow it down. Because I need to fucking slow it down. It's too fast. I can't hear Morse code that fast. Let's open up Audacity. Now. Oh, that's me. Yeah, here it is. Okay, there, and then we just slow this down. Change... I don't know what change speed or change tempo, like what the difference is. Let's slow it down by like 75%. Oh god. That just makes it harder. Hold on, what about change speed instead? That's better. I don't know if it's like really quiet, you might not be able to hear it very well. But okay, I should be able to do it now. I'm just gonna insert some silence at the start so I can like start it. Oh wait, how do I do that again? Oh man, I've used fucking Audacity for years and I still don't know how to do anything in it. Oh well, I guess that's fine. I can actually, I don't even have to listen, I can just look at the waveform. It's pretty obvious. So I think we have long, long, short, long. I think that's the letters too. So long, long, short, long, long, short, long, long. Wait, am I missing something? Hold on. Long, long, short, long. Long, short, long, long. I bet I'm gonna do all this and I'm gonna get like something useless that I could just have looked in this area and probably found. But anyway, this is kind of fun. Long, short, short. Short, long. Long, short, long, long. Okay, now we need a conversion table. Okay, long, long is M. So M. Short, long is A. Long, short, long, long is I. Y, rather. Dash, dot, dot is D. And then A again. Oh, I see. It says Mayday. Interesting. Well, it was pointless, but hey, this Morse code says Mayday. There you go. Now we are all smarter, I guess. And we also have less time. So it evens out. So I guess this is like a crashed ship or something? Plane? 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. It's literally fucking Lost. What is happening? Why are we in Lost? But how would I convert this into, like, a number? Oh, that's weird. Should I just write these down? 4, 8, 15, 16. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42, is it? Yeah. Man, remember Lost? I remember I watched like a couple seasons of that and it was really engaging, but then it just got so convoluted I just stopped and it wasn't interesting anymore. And apparently I made a right call because I hear the end of that show is just a train wreck. But yeah, like, how do you get anything useful from that? Is it possible? Surely you don't have to have watched Lost to know what the sequence actually means in the series. That wouldn't make any sense. Maybe I just add these up or something? Just calculator? You get 108 if you do that. Maybe. I kind of doubt this is right, but we can test it. Oh, also, hold on. Make a change. For Mirror Moon EP, I was doing 4500 bitrate again, since it's like a 3D game and stuff. But for this one, I definitely don't need to do that. So since there are no transcoding options today for the stream, thanks Twitch, I might as well just lower the bitrate a little bit and hopefully people get less buffering if they're getting any with worse internet and stuff. Alright, so did I have 108? I don't, so let's try it. That's not right. Damn it. Okay. Well, I guess that wasn't a thing then, so I don't know. Guess I should do like an X or something, or X here if it like wasn't correct. It was just a guess. 553. Nope. We got the lighthouse again. This plus 439. 553 plus 439. 992. This plus 439. Let's just write this down anyway. Was it 439? Yeah. And that was a 992. No, we got the classic thing. Oh, here we go. First one. What did I write about that? Sewing? Oval 1? What does sewing mean? Oval 1? God, I don't remember my own notes. What did I write about these ones? Rectangle 2. Maybe I should just go check that. Is that what I'm looking for? This one is that a rectangle? Okay, let's go back to 553. Ah! Oh, I'm confused. Wait, but, like, the thing itself... No, this one is square, in that sense. So that shouldn't be rectangle, that should be square. Square 2. Oh, man. And then this would be... what was this one? This was like 8xx circle. But then I need to check this again because I don't feel like that's right. What do you mean circle 1? Or oval 1? What am I doing? What are these notes? I don't understand anything. Oh boy. This is what I get for not playing this, like, more than once a week, I suppose. 628. Ah, oval, but like, this inner one is a circle, though. God, that's confusing. I don't know which part of it is actually important. Is it the inner symbol or the outer symbol? Oh boy. And why did I write like 2 on it? That was just the position? No, like X7X oval 1. Why would I say oval 1? The panel shape? So like this is oval. But then why is the 6 one a rectangle shape, but it has like a square indicator, square screen, but then the 8 one that we just found has a circular screen, even though it's a rectangular thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these mean. I might not be able to figure this out with my own, like, weird notes, but I guess we'll leave it for now, so let's go back there. Yeah, like, this one has a circle, but it's a rectangular thing, but I guess that might be then rectangle here. Yeah, I really don't know why the 2 was there. So then we have 2 digits of that, maybe? Alright, here we go. Time to read. Waveform Collapse Expansion Theory, written by Sakuya Neko. Good old weeb. I'm exhausted. The batteries on my recorder are just about dead. Okay. On creation. It had to have began with a root, maybe a project being worked on there. It is very likely that they were experimenting with technology beyond our understanding, and said technology emits a sort of energy. The wisdom crystals possibly. They managed to stabilize the energy waveform for the use of powering whatever they were working on until there was an accident. In theory, they were working on the submachine, but the submachine's existence may be a result of the accident itself, but that is pure conjecture. When the accident occurred, everything fell apart. The laws of space and time, possibly even the laws of physics themselves. In summary, the energy waveform collapsed. Now, there are 2 very different ways to think of this. I'm unsure of which one is correct. They're kind of weird, like, the punctuation is weird. The grammar is good, but then it's like a period here, no period, no period, period, no period. I don't know. First, we have the collapse idea. For a accurate visualization, a massive star, such as a sun, will last a long time. But when it dies, it will go supernova and collapse into a black hole. We outer wilds now! Of course, it could also turn into a neutron star, but for the sake of theory, let's pretend it turns into a black hole. That is what the energy waveform did when it collapsed. It became something like a black hole and created something of a parallel world. My personal belief is that parallel worlds exist, but on different waveform frequencies. The submachine is no different. Both ideas follow the concept that the submachine exists in the same space as the rest of the world, except on a different frequency. The collapse idea has one big difference. It's possible that it's punched through and is sucking things in, likely random things without rhyme or reason, and when sucked in, they get warped by the submachine itself. This would mean that beyond the edge would be an event horizon of sorts. Of course, this is following the concept that the submachine is sucking things in. Then we have the other concept, the expansion idea. That follows the idea that when the energy waveform collapsed, it caused an explosion of immaterial energy. I have a visualization for this too. The Big Bang, which created the universe itself. Cool theory. This is causing the submachine to expand randomly at an exponential rate, creating different places and areas eternally. The loop would be this in its purest form, infinite, eternal, and constantly expanding. Of course, both of these ideas have a downside of sorts. If the submachine keeps expanding, whether through its own creation or through sucking things in, eventually the submachine will reach a critical mass and collapse in on itself. Will it? Do we know that it works in the same way and gravity actually is like a thing? That doesn't necessarily mean that that is something you can assume. After that, one of several things could happen. First, the submachine would collapse in and cease to be. That's all she wrote. Second, it could create a massive explosion that would destroy the submachine and a good chunk of the world. Why a good chunk? Why not more? Why can't it destroy like the fabric of space-time? I guess that's what we get here. Finally, there's the absolute worst case scenario, where the energy released in the explosion takes out the Earth, assuming the submachine is still in the same space as the Earth and not somewhere halfway across the galaxy by now. What? A couple planets around the Earth and proceeds to cause the sun to go supernova, thus dooming the solar system. I mean, do we really care about the solar system if it just annihilates the Earth right away? That's kind of like a secondary thing, at least for us. Although, to be perfectly frank, the second and third ideas are highly unlikely, and the most likely thing is that the submachine will cease to exist, as will everyone in it. Now, if it's expanding or sucking things in, there's obviously an epicenter, such as an earthquake has. That central point is where everything is happening from. Now, this is just a theory, a game theory, but if the cause can be deactivated or destroyed, it could momentarily create an escape point from the submachine to whatever space we're sharing with right now. Stabilizing the waveform somehow, though unlikely to occur, could also do the trick. However, man, there's a lot. Given that the epicenter is the cause of this, discontinuing its existence would be almost the same as the submachine reaching critical mass, only it would just destroy the submachine itself, nothing more. Although it's possible that it will just bring a halt to all expansion, that is a rather appealing concept. On Amnesia and the submachine itself. Oh boy. Yeah, holy crap. I mean, this seems more like in line with the lore of the game. It's less of a fan speculation thing and more like a fan trying to write, you know, something fitting the universe, not necessarily explaining things to the players. So I kind of like this in that sense, but I don't know, it's all just like guesswork, really. This doesn't necessarily mean any of this is true. It has been noted that the submachine causes amnesia in its explorers. That is likely a reaction with... Let's read what I wrote already. Right, haha, I see what you did there. It's likely caused by coming into contact with the immaterial energy and the warped space itself. Given that the energy is immaterial, it cannot be interacted with. It could be surrounding us and we'd never even know it's there. But that's what immaterial means, isn't it? However unlikely, the submachine may have a will of its own and seems to positively delight in the death of the explorers. Does it? I may soon join them. The reason for that may have something to do with the waveform collapse and the possibility of a wormhole of sorts being opened, even if for a short time. If that happened, it's possibly that some sort of entity passed through and has manifested within the submachine itself, although it's unlikely that the entity understands us, but perceives us as threats. I mean, yeah, sure, it's like hard to really comment or care about anything that is being written in this one, since it is all just fan speculation. It's just kind of like, yeah, that's a neat theory, and that's it. So, can we go anywhere here? No. We need punch cards. Alright. $888. Actually, I need a drink of water after all that reading. 1 second. Alright, 888. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. Wait, shit, there was something to read, and I missed it. The Memento Theory, written by Prop. Oh boy. Now, maybe it isn't very likely that Mateus would base his submachine... Yeah, this is like completely breaking the fourth wall now and just talking about the games, whereas the previous one was just like completely in-world and pretending to like write for the game, which, I don't know, that's kind of more interesting, honestly, but we'll see what this says. Would base his submachine games on a film, although a very, very good one, but maybe... Oh, I see, Memento. I actually haven't watched Memento. I think I was planning on watching it at some point, but then I just never did. But maybe get some ideas from it. I mean, obviously, no creator doesn't get ideas from anywhere else. That's like almost impossible. So it's of course gonna have a lot of, you know, what's it called? Shit. Oh, what's the word? Like, inspirations and stuff like that. Memento is a film in which the protagonist has anterograde amnesia. I don't know what that means. A serious disorder that prevents the ability of creating new memories after the accident that caused the disorder. The accident could be, for example, taking drugs or being hit seriously in the head. This theory states that the protagonist in Submachine has anterograde amnesia. In the second instance, The Lighthouse, the player says, "I didn't wake up in a room, and I do remember. I remember I had a strange dream. I was playing a game, Submachine. I also remember finishing that game, but I don't remember waking up from that dream." This could indicate on that the player was a victim for powerful drugs. A victim for powerful drugs. Oh boy, okay. The drugs which created the anterograde amnesia, and that he thought he was dreaming while he was not, and therefore doesn't remember waking up from it. Read this carefully now. Murr trapped the player in that basement after Submachine 10, but Submachine 10 wasn't even out at this point, right? In which he finally got tired of the player hunting him. Before that, oh, I see, that's what he means. Like, after it's all done, Murr, like, sent us in a fucking loop or whatever. Before that, the player had followed Murr the same route, maybe not the exact same route, as he does in the actual series. There are proof of this. The bullet holes of Murr trying to get rid of the player in the core, for those who follow me, I'm sorry, and... What? When he wrote that in Submachine 2, he thought that the player made no harm, meant no harm? Or he was sorry for misleading the player, before he started using the followers. After the drugs in the basement, the player had gotten anterograde... Is that how that's pronounced? Hold on.
Anterograde.
Anterograde. Oh boy. I don't know if that's correct. Anterograde? Anterograde? No clue. Amnesia, and started doing the only thing he could, escaping the building. When he stood there on the grass with a sea in front of him, what would he do if not look backwards to the left and right? It was here the player found the entrance to the lighthouse, and Murr had set up the arcade game to trick the player to think that it had just been a game, hence why the player said, "I was playing a game, Submachine." When someone is getting anterograde, I'm just gonna keep saying that even though it might be wrong, amnesia, certain impressions may remain as memories afterwards, hence the slight remembrance in the quote from Submachine 2. Why is that? Where does that have like a thing here? You just mean like the thing mentioned before? That's kind of weird. In Submachine 6, a note says, "I don't believe his lies." So are you saying this is like me? This is the player itself writing notes to myself? This could be a quote from Memento. The protagonist writes this on a note to remember. Oh, I see. The same in Submachine. The player writes this for him to remember if he returns. As you can see, the player camped a while in the sewers. This was made to protect himself from Murr. In Submachine 7, Liz promises to show up in the garden or somewhere nearby. This is an old and not actual note which the player has already followed. Now I know that you guys dislike mixing the additional installments and the main plotline. However, FLF could be a sideshow to show what could have happened to the player after the drugs. Oh, I see. He could have become this patient. All memories are lost in time, like Tears and Rain. Oh my god, it's coming back to me now. And I almost remember my name. I know where I must go now to find the root of all this. That didn't actually say that in the game, right? It's, I don't know, weird like mixing of quotes again. To sum this entire theory up, the installments we're now playing, the main plotline, are a meaningless race to find something that is long forgotten and gone, therefore the absence of people. See Mer's workshop theory. Or, that was like for the followers or something. Huh. I don't know. I'm not really sure, like, what any of that is saying, really. Like, none of that would really mean much in the real sense. Even if all of that was true, that doesn't amount to much. But, I mean, I guess that's not really the point of all that. They are just, like, writing random theories. Who knows if any of it is even real or correct or not. Oh god. Oh god, this is a different one. Oh boy. Mer's workshop theory, written by Prop. Test humans. People who try to follow Mer just get in trouble, or don't succeed any further. For those who follow me, I'm sorry, and... yeah, he just keeps quoting, like, different notes that you find in the main games, I suppose. A group of wanderers, after finding the Kent lighthouse appearing with a light bulb protected with iron instead of glass, what? Tried to find a way in. By letting a black cat run to the front of the lighthouse. It disappeared. After a few months, the cat still didn't come back. But then, at the 13th of December 2006, the cat came back to the followers. Then they saw a way in. But when they at last came in, the people living in the area had already buried it, with complaint from the wanderers. And Mer wasn't there anymore. Huh. They tried to follow Murtaugh on his journey. They ended up at the loop, like the player, and almost got insane when their attempts to escape failed, unable to find a way through the puzzles. So Mer found them, hid them, and used them to search the Submachine network for him, after clues leading to success, finding that it was impossible to try and make them sane. Then he put up a note in the 12th puzzle in the loop, telling how to escape, so that others don't get suspicious when more and more people disappear. Okay. The confused notes were an idea by Mer. Their purpose was to prove that he didn't have anything to do with the disappearances, too. That the people still were there, but just without memories. Huh? I'm not following that at all. It was he who wrote them all, except for Submachine 6 and 7. See the memento theory. The pearls. To make the people manipulatable... I don't think that's a word. Isn't it, like, manipulable? Wait, what is the word? Yeah, manipulable. Wait, no, this is something different.
Manipulable.
That's like French. Is manipulatable? That seems weird. I swear there's an easier word for that word. There's an easier way to say that, like being able to be manipulated. No idea. They were insane. Mer made them amnesiacs by inventing a machine called WGA, Wisdom Gem Experience Absorber. The gems were made for radiating karma power, but Mer inverted the process with his karma arm. Huh? He absorbed their memories through a set of headphones, what? Connected to a collector box powered by a wisdom gem. The gem converted the memories to energy and sent them to a power ball that looked like a pearl. Mer made the machine and the power pearls with his karma arm. In the future, Mer made... oh man, I'm like already being lost. This is all just becoming a goop in my brain. In the future, Mer made the machines go the other way, to make them open a passage when you put a wisdom gem in the headphones. What headphones? Since Mer made those power pearls, he was now able to make a powerful energy circuit never invented before. He made them go around in a circuit which the player can see a part of in the lighthouse's pipe parts, and in the ship location. If necessary, the pearls are again turned into wisdom gems in the turbine generator in the ship. That ship isn't a real ship floating on a sea, it's a technical secret study and lab for Mer where he gets all his gems from. Nowadays, the power pearls are used a little more spread out. For example, the clock in the basement. Huh. Nice theory. This is the best theory you've heard. Is that sarcasm? Or do you actually like this theory? Not that this is a bad one, I'm just finding it confusing to follow. After the surrounding... What? After the surrounding decided to bury the lighthouse, Mer moved to the lab to continue his work. Later on, he used the power pearls as energy to take over the portals made for sub-bots, 3-digit ones, since it was human energy in the pearls, he just put them where the connection pods should have been put, and the portals were turned into being made for humans. What are you talking about? The prototype came into contact with human factor and was reverse engineered in order to transport humans. While they do that, other flow slowly throughout the massive network of pearl pipes and nurture portals from below. I have no idea what this is saying. That entire sentence is insane. This entire paragraph makes no sense. The future. After the player succeeded with a mission at the edge, Mer saw the player in the core. Since the player was transported with a new sort of portal device to the core, at the same time as Mer invaded it, we can finally invade the core of the submachine. Unfortunately for you, your adventure ends here. When he saw the player, he noticed that he was not insane, as they all should be. Mer concluded the player was smart enough to travel through the loop unharmed, and that the player wasn't safe for his plans that he was about to finish. The who? Mer's plans? Mer can't let that happen after his 32 years of work. To prevent this, he will try to erase the player's memory too, and maybe even try to kill the player. Bullet holes in Lys's ship in Submachine 7. See the Memento theory. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That was very confusing. But I mean, it's a theory, I suppose. It's something. But we can't, like, find anything else here in this area. Seems like there's only these two theories, and then that's it. Over here. Yeah. Alright. Well, guess we'll head out then. Shit. Come back. I don't know if this one is also just random. It kind of seems like it's just random where you end up. Okay. Looping box plus weird theories. That's all we get. It's a loop that goes 3-room, theory, 3-room, theory, then teleporter. Ah, I see. Nope. That was 4. Wait. Theory. 1, 2, 3. Theory. Then teleporter. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Theory. Maybe it's that. Just like 4 rooms, theory. 3 rooms, theory. Teleporter. Something like that. Yeah. That makes sense. Alright. So 947. No, it's the basement. Bot ID. Maintenance round. Gem energy pipe broken. Conductor leakage. Energy loss 20%. Awaiting instructions. Repeat. 923. Okay. Perp. Base. Oh. Wisdom gem. 777. That's 923, not 943. Whoops. Yeah, I just saw that wrong. I guess we just get a wisdom gem. No point leaving this here. It's not, like, doing anything, as far as I can tell. Doesn't, like, unpower this one. Alright, so 777, I guess. Seven, 7. Don't really see any other, like, 3-digit number here. What? R1? RI? RI equals CCCLII. Was that then 352? I think C was 100, L was 50, right? I can't remember. Hold on. Roman numerals. Yeah, C is 100, L is 50. Okay, I have that right. So, in this one, we'll just write Ri equals, what did I say, 352? So, I mean, I assume we don't actually go to 352, but I guess maybe I should try it anyway, just to see. But that's like, we need to find like this plus Ri or something like that. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. 923. No. Suddenly like an insane asylum or something. Oh, here we go. Oval. Oval 1 is 3. So that was 3xx oval. Yeah. Cool. That reminds me, the clue for room 2 you already added was a Roman numeral in a location you've been to. The clue for room 2? This one, you mean? WY? I've already been to something that said like WY equals something. I haven't written it in my notes, at least. You might have to be more specific, because I don't, like, remember so much that I've done in this. The clue that leads to 2. What do you mean, leads to 2? Oh, you just mean, like, because I just went here? I just, like, did it? I wasn't supposed to do it yet? I don't know, I'm not entirely sure I know what you mean. The clue for room 2 you already added was a Roman numeral in a location you've been to. Yeah, I don't really know. Oh, there was something there, I missed it. But nothing. Yeah, I guess that's it here. Wait. I saw something, didn't I? Did I not see something, like, pop up here? I thought I saw it for, like, a split second. I guess not. No? Maybe I saw this, like, flash or something. God, this is loud. KY equals D1 or DI minus GI. What? Maybe it is 1. Maybe it isn't KI. It's like a Roman numeral 1. So K1, D1, G1. I don't know. You forgot the location it was found in, but I thought I should tell you since you already got 2 added. Yeah, I mean that's good. I'm not entirely sure where you mean, or like how would I have found 002? Was it just like actually just II was written somewhere? Yeah, I haven't written it down. Also, do we have DI or GI written down anywhere? FI? Doesn't seem like it. DL3. I've already done that, I think. What was D? That's 500. So that's 553. But yeah, I think I've written that down. Yeah, we've been there. Oh boy, here we go. Karmic Civilization Theory, written by Strange Planet. The whole thing starts with karma arms and karmic portals. Some people have the power to draw karmic portals using their karma arms. This ability remains dormant in people until something forces it to the surface, such as that accident Mur had in Kent. But way before Mur, there was an ancient group of people who had this power. They were cut off from the rest of civilization and formed their own society in a set of extra-dimensional areas which can only be accessed through karmic portals or teleports. Karmic portals can be drawn manually, without the aid of machinery, but karmic teleports are entirely mechanical. Ever notice that civilization tends to regress every now and again? I think this is like a theory from something, like some fiction, I can't remember. Eratosthenes? I have no idea. Proved mathematically that Earth was round long before the 15th century explorers of Europe did it physically. Perhaps if Greek civilization hadn't been wiped out, they'd have discovered electricity by the 1st century CE. The ancient Karma people managed to avoid any threats to their civilization by ducking and covering in their own submachine world. Therefore, they discovered electricity and nuclear physics long before Benjamin Franklin and Albert Einstein. They had conducted their own research in the scientific world and began to mechanize the submachine network they'd built during the Roman era. The ancient section in S4 is an early submachine. I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit, because holy crap. It just feels like this is really, really loud. It might be less loud for you, so I don't know, but still, it's just mostly droning sounds. It's not like we need to hear most of this as well. The ancient section in S4 is an early submachine, dating back to the Greeks perhaps. Given that nothing in it is electrified, everything works mechanically. The mover and its destination are later submachines, a defense network built as people were getting curious. It's extremely dubious that Murtaugh was the first human with karmic abilities ever to meander into the subnet. There must have been hundreds, perhaps thousands. Most kept quiet, lest they be ostracized or killed, or burned like witches, hint hint, but some were in the right place at the right time and karma'd their way into the subnet. One's there, wrong there, but anyway, they either joined the Society of Ancient Karma People or, like Murtaugh, started pushing the envelope. What? Perhaps they disagreed with the Ancient Karma civilization. Perhaps they wanted it for their own. Perhaps they wanted to bring it and normal human civilization together. Whatever the reason, the defense system was built. That's where we're going in S6. And then what happened? Perhaps the ancients discovered space travel. Perhaps a civil war broke out. Most likely it was both. The Karma people split into two distinct groups, fought each other, died en masse, or however that's pronounced, en masse, no idea, and left the subnet, perhaps for another subnet? Another planet? Who knows? Maybe they gathered together the remnants of their civilization and rebuilt. But the main thing is that they left their old subnet, or the old part of it, behind. It's entirely probable that some of these people still haunt the ancient subnet. The problem is finding them. Of course, people still kept stumbling upon the subnet. There's still a Karma civilization, but in a reduced form. They are the ones who decided to bury the Kent Lighthouse in S2. After all, it does have a karmic portal in it, albeit a mechanical one. People are still joining the current Karma civilization, and other people are still trying to exploit it. Murtaugh falls somewhere in between. He wants to integrate the ancient society into normal society, and the ancients don't like that. Consider society itself. For most of its life, humanity has taken everything on faith, but with the age of science comes the age of curiosity. So sometime prior to the turn of the 20th century, someone karmas his way into the ancient subnet Instead of fearing it, he starts reverse engineering it. He gets a substantial following, and in the late 40s or early 50s, he and his team built the Root. By the time the current Karma people learned of this man and his research team, they had mapped out about 43 locations. The room in the Root, where you get the first key, has room for 6, and an empty teleport key holder still takes you somewhere. Huh? I see, yeah. Those, like, cupboards in the wall for those, like, punch cards and stuff, I guess. Unfortunately, they were unable to continue thanks to the current Karma people. Not sure what they did, but it left the Root behind. Problem is, people found this guy's notes and started building their own submachines. As far as the wisdom gens, I think that means gems, are concerned, they are a data medium similar to a flash drive or floppy disk. Wow, remember floppy disks, by the way? They can be read using either the ancient Karma people's techniques, or I read that wrong, equipment, or the current Karma people's... What? Oh, the ancient Karma people's equipment or the current Karma people's equipment. Jesus, where did I get techniques from? No idea. So, now we get into Murtaugh himself. He's been exploring the subnet for 32 years at least, consider the present to be the 2000s. Sometime in the 1960s or late 1950s, Mur had an accident while exploring the Kent waterfall. Obviously, the Root was still in operation then. Murtaugh made his residence the Kent Lighthouse to keep society out. Then found the Root mapping team. He helped in the effort for 32 years, but then the current Karma people struck. Murtaugh escaped, albeit barely, and started getting his own team together, composed of ordinary, non-Karma people. These people were to continue the Root's mission and complete the things they couldn't. However, Mur knew the current Karma people were on his tail. He has hidden himself, perhaps in his own submachine, where he talks to members of his team. And that's you, his team. Oh, did I mention, Mur first found his way into the subnet by following his cat named Einstein, who belonged to one of the Root team? Here's where you come in. S2. The basement is a laboratory built by Mur and the Root team, and maintained by Mur after the team's disappearance. You first end up there, karmically teleported by Mur, having proven a potential candidate for the team. The basement introduces a few elements of the subnet's warp physiognomy? Physiognomy? Is that even a word? Pressing a button on a radio, which is really a tape loop, triggers the drawer opening. It's only a mechanical trick, but the subnet may easily be like this in person, so to speak. The karmic portal is the door that appears after all tiles are placed, an adaptation of the first mechanized portals. This later takes you to... Oh my god. Oh, it's just like analysis of everything that they've done at this part, basically. Or at the time this was written. The lighthouse was Mur's home when he was working with the Root team, but he had to make a mad dash when the Root team disappeared. He ended up in the loop, but left behind the mechanized portal he used to jump to the loop. Under the lighthouse and some of the team's digouts... What? Are some of the team's digouts to the original subnet, which we get to visit in S4. Note the bricked up connection to the Root. That was part of Murtaugh's mad dash from the Root. The tiled room is merely Murtaugh's lab, and the room below a secret study. Once you leave the lighthouse, you take Mur's route to... The Loop was an early defense system protecting the ancient subnet. Mur, thanks to his random leaps, ended up caught here, but was able to Jesus, I'm losing my ability to read, as if I had any to begin with, but was able to karma teleport out, and ended up somewhere totally random. He then built... The lab was Mur's base for a while, but they found it. Mur bugged out, but before he did, he built his own electromechanical karmic teleport, which he invented while he was still working for the Root team. Once he arrived at his present base, he started recruiting ordinary Joes for his cause. How? By sticking puzzles in the basement, lighthouse, and even the loop. I'll bet you don't actually die of dehydration, but are instead returned to wherever you came from via karmic teleportation. Really? I don't know about that. Thing is, though, it's also a review of the circumstances the subject is under. A wisdom gem reader is introduced in S2, and the bit where you reach into the movie memory reader is an example of the physics of the subnet, a reach into the fourth dimension. The sand traps are part of the original subnet, as is the ship. A fixed location able to move between 2 other locations. Finally, most of where you go in the route is either an ancient location or a satellite location for the route team. I guess so. I don't know. I mean, this is well written at least, but I don't feel like it's really, like, saying that much. I mean, it's just kind of an analysis of what he thinks is going on, not really what he thinks... I don't know, it's a pretty literal explanation of, like, what is actually happening, not, like, the overarching story things or whatever. But yeah, I mean, oh god, that's fine. Man, I'm really, like, losing my voice in all possible ways. Might actually not stream that much longer. This is a kind of a short segment of Submachine, but, like, holy crap, this game just takes it out of me when you have to read, like, fucking pages after pages after pages of just stuff. Oh boy. And this is where I am. K1, D1, G1, yeah. Well, I mean, now we're at kind of a tricky point. I don't have anything just to go to. I have to, like, figure stuff out. And how do I figure anything out? Because I have no idea. 43 next? There's 43? When did I get 43? How did I find that? Oh, wait, you mean 943. Oh, I see. Wait, circle, triangle, and square. Oh, Tomb Prison. Wait. Hold on. Circle, square, triangle. But where? How do we know that that means 043? It's from the lab? God, this is so loud! I feel like this game is just getting louder by the second. What is happening? It is getting louder. It's like hitting a higher point of the waveform. Why is it so loud? Wait, it's from the lab, the game, Submachine 4, just going to 0443? I mean, I feel like that's just as much of a leap in logic as, like, doing what I was doing and just, like, going through sequentially and guessing if it's, like, not taken from this game. That's kind of weird. Like, just going to random locations that were in other Submachine games. I don't feel like that's accurate or, like, a proper thing. Still a clue? A clue in this game? Where was it in this game, mentioning the lab? Except in, like, one of the theory things. The shapes. These ones. Whoops. Because, I mean, again, it's like... Sure, we have this, but... How do you know what those are referring to in this game? Because we don't know what this means, if it's, like, these ones, or... How else did you get that? You did this... You did in Lab Sub 4, so it should be the same. Like, in Submachine 4, you found circle, square, triangle, and in that instance, it meant 043? Oh! Oh, now I get what you mean. Yeah, because it's like 0, there are no edges, no corners in this one, so 0, 4, 3. Okay, alright, fair enough. Yeah, because I wouldn't have accepted it if it was just like, oh, this was a puzzle in Submachine 4, and you just, like, have to know, you have to play Submachine 4 to know what to do in this game. But yeah, if it's just like that actually does make sense, that this would mean that. I thought it would be, like, something about these ones, rectangle and triangle and stuff like that. But yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Oh yeah, the egg. Good old egg. And here we go. So is this one square then, or rectangle? I don't know, but we already have a first rectangle. Man, I don't understand. Is it also the color of these or something? It's so hard to tell. Also, this one is like on its side, but it still says 5. So it's not like you have to rotate it or anything. I don't know, I'm confused by these ones. They don't really make any sense to me, these panels with numbers on them. So I guess it's 5XX. Square? I don't know. IXTAB. Xtab? What? Does that mean anything? I think that's... We've been here, like in the other game, it had those names as well. Just like old god names or something. Yeah. Air, wind, and fire dig through the sand. Oh boy. Hold on. Let's hold on for that for a little bit. That's all we can do? Oh god. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess this is just a little nod to, what was it called again? Was that 32 Chambers? Or was it Ancient Adventure or something? I don't really remember. Alright, fine. We'll read this one as well. This might be the last I have energy for. Subhistory Theory, written by Mr. E-Man. One day I'll tell you about the early builds of the submachine. That took place in 1900 to 1906 in Kent. The first submachine was built in early 1900, that much we know. Ancient location was built later using a time machine. S0, I am to say this. What? Huh? It was made long after the first submachine. From the builder's point of view, naturally, what other point of view can we take? Historical? This is written so weirdly! With a time machine, a historical point of view doesn't exist anymore. Referring to the statue in ancient sections of S4, that could be the real looking of Mer, take it more symbolical. Jesus Christ. Someone triggered spontaneous creation of submachines. I'm just kind of like, oh boy. I don't even want to like try and think about this too much. After the invention, sub started to expand by itself, so there was a human factor in it at the beginning, but no more. So here we go. A scientist in the early 1900s discovered and created a new technology which he named submachine. This discovery and invention exists within, or rather shares many of the laws of physics. What? Within what? But in a space below that of a normal physical reality. That sentence, once again, makes no sense. This discovery and invention exists within, or rather shares many of the laws of physics. You mean it exists within the laws of physics, but in a space below that of normal physical reality? Okay, fair enough. It's a really weird sentence. Sub-physical. The submachine exists in a space within space, or rather in parallel. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, he just wants to put in cool words, I think. A subworld or underworld, this is important. While experimenting with the submachines, he made a mistake as no one could possibly understand the full scope of such new technology, nor where the boundaries of normal physics lay. Through the creation of a submachine, he was intentionally or otherwise transported through time. On exiting this underworld, he found himself in ancient Egyptian times. An early 20th century scientist with absolute knowledge of the underworld. Now, to anyone who finds themselves in a foreign land by accident, first priority is, how do I get home? If this proves to be impossible, your new priority is, how am I going to survive? If you're a 20th century scientist in Egypt with knowledge of the underworld, and the ability to take someone and show them part of that underworld, then you have got survival conquered. What? Quote from S6. Thoth, patron of knowledge, secrets, writing, and scribes. Appearance, a man with the head of an ibis holding a scribe's palette and stylus. He was also shown as a full ibis, or sometimes as baboon. Description. Thoth is an unusual god, though some stories place his as a son of Ra, him. Others say that Thoth created himself through the power of language. He is the create or magic. Okay, if this was written in S6, this entire thing, then this is like pointless for me to read, and this is just butchered. The inventor of writing, teacher of man, the messenger of the gods, and thus identified by the Greeks with Hermes, the divine record keeper and mediator. He was also a measurer and recorder of time, a 20th century scientist from an ancient Egyptian perspective. I see, that's what he means. So, like, the guy that was accidentally teleported back in time is Thoth. It was what he became in, like, mythology. Yeah, okay. Creator of magic, inventor of writing. Yeah, he taught them stuff. Okay. What? Tim Roth? He is in a strange land, only known as Tim, the only Roth? What? The only known Tim, the only Roth. In a land where the written language is hieroglyphics, he simply becomes Thoth. What? That doesn't make any sense. His appearance, a man with the head of an ibis holding a scribe's palette and stylus. He was also shown as a full ibis, or sometimes as baboon. He lives in ancient Egypt. He dies, his deeds and knowledge are passed on through a few generations. He is venerated as a god. They depict him as they depict all their gods. So a 20th century scientist trapped in another time ingratiates himself with the powerful of the land, but he still wants to go home. He builds submachines means unknown, and sets... Yeah, this doesn't hold up if you just say he builds submachines. He just did. And sets about protecting these submachines with defenses, and in turn... Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. How would he do any of this stuff? And in turn connects them into a subnet. This proto-subnet he designs to adapt in the hope that it will find a means to take him home. It doesn't. Someone triggered spontaneous creation of submachines. After the invention, Sub started to expand by itself. So there was a human factor in it at the beginning. I feel like this guy's repeating everything he said like multiple times. What is happening? But no more. After his death, the subnet continues to evolve. I think he's like trying to repeat stuff for emphasis, but it just makes it confusing. Thousands of years pass. The scientist is born and creates submachines, but the subnet we are exploring already exists. He creates it in his future, our past. Okay, now it really doesn't hold up anymore. The subnet still waits on him. In S6, as we exit the mover, we are asked for an IDN, identification number, presumably. We do not know Thoth's IDN, so we are dumped. This, I hope, explains the Egyptian emphasis on the subnet. Yeah, I also don't get how Tim Roth became Thoth, just because he was the only Tim and the only Roth. So therefore he must be Thoth. I don't know. That makes no sense. And like, where did he even get the name Tim Roth from? It was just like, he just tried to think, what kind of normal name can we make from Thoth? It's just complete speculation. Anyway, this one was pure nonsense to me. I don't know. The other ones have at least made like a little more sense. That, no clue. But I don't think this is something we can do anything with. Yeah, well, I mean, that's that then. Thoth. Actually, it's more important to write Xtab, even though I don't think that's anything. Because you can't, like, convert that into Roman numerals or whatever. But yeah, like, at this point, once again, I'm kind of stuck. I have to, like, figure something out. And really, I should have had better notes where I, like... If I figure something out, I should mark it in a new way where I do, like, a C or something here, like, complete. So I don't need to go back there. Yeah. It's basically just I would have to go back through everything one more time. So I still don't know what any of these mean, like WY. And these rectangles. This one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, square. Safe haven. Yeah, 875. We already did that. TI equals 322. Go back to 51. Subnet essay. I read this, right? I definitely read this. Yeah, I read that. XYC. Serpentos. Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3 is 523. Aha, so it's two different numbers here. 523 and 917. Okay. Cool. Thank you for telling me, like, where to go, because I have no fucking clue. I don't remember any of this. I guess I should like, write this down. Whatever. I'll just write 523 over here. 523, and what was it? 947? 917. Yeah, I didn't know what to do with that. I should have written something down, but I guess, like, if I don't know what to do with something, it's hard to even write down. Okay, 523. Ah, Waitstone. Aha! Great. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Oh, another Waitstone. I didn't even need the first one. I guess these would not let me pass if I didn't put the Waitstone on it. Probably. Ah, 277, right? Yeah. Waitstone. We'll just write that. I don't know why I'm even doing that. I don't really need to explain like where the area is, but oh well. 277. No. Oh boy. Plasma vial. Oh god. I hope this is written better. About the loop, written by Enikambus. In S3, the player finds himself in a submachine called the loop. But what is the loop? The loop is a dimensional mystery. It's timeless, spaceless, without beginning or end, infinite, in a dimension of its own. That makes it the wildest representation of the subnet. The loop is known of having an infinite number of rooms displayed in the XY axes. There is always a passage machine that, when the puzzle of a level is solved, can be activated to teleport the player to the next level of the loop at the coordinate 00, also known as the origin. The loop is known as a huge trap since it is limitless, with an infinite amount of layers, and whatever is trapped in the loop will die of dehydration or hunger after solving a large amount of puzzles that send him/her nowhere. The loop is located in a dimension of its own, outside of every layer, or in other words, outside of reality. I seriously feel like this game is getting louder with every room I go into. I keep lowering my volume, but it just keeps getting louder in every new area. God. Its origins are unknown, but there are two possibilities. First, it's possible that during the expansion of the Outer Rim, when it was expanding inside almost every layer, it's possible that by some way it could have expanded outside them. Jesus, that's, oh my god, by Scratch, in the void, that is spaceless, timeless, and stuff, like the loop is. Holy shit, there's like 50 commas in this one sentence. Good lord. The second possibility, as is commonly said by much of the people trapped in the subnet, is that the loop is actually the true and original submachine that later invaded our reality and created the subnet itself. The loop is maybe represented as 7 on the navigator, and can be accessed, I suppose, by pressing the 8th button. Many call it layer 8. However, that's not true! There are only 7 layers and the loop is outside them. Okay. Many think that the loop is a huge trap, but some people think it's a passage. The loop has no compatibility with any of the 7 layers because it is spaceless, but it's possible that every level of the loop could be placed in every sector of the plan. Entering the loop will cause whoever is inside to lose all their items, but it's possible to hack and place some items like coordinate devices that act like a compass or GPS in the loop, as well as useful stuff used to activate the beamer that will send whatever is there directly to the corresponding sector of the current level of the loop. It is possible that some people use this way to move around in the subnet through the different sectors of the plan tied to the levels of the loop. Holy shit, oh my god, I'm kind of getting fed up with these fucking fan theories, because they all feel so pointless, like they're not actually saying anything, really, like none of this makes any sense or means anything for the overall scope of the game or whatever, but I don't know. They would just enter the loop, solve some puzzles, and go outside to the sector that he/she wants. Some call it a passage, and it shows that the loop is likely also part of the plan. Finally, there are other types of loops. It's like all of them are just... When you were last there, you didn't... Oh, sorry. I thought you wrote something new, but no, that was an old message. I don't know, it's just like... I feel like they take too many creative liberties where they just make shit up to like fit their own narrative instead of trying to reasonably explain things in the game, which I thought was like the entire kind of point of this, like analysis of what you think the submachine means, not just like adding in random elements just to make a story out of it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe that was part of the appeal or whatever, the reason, what am I even saying? The stuff, the deal, the thing he wanted, like, give us your interpretations and stuff. Finally, there are other types of loops around the subnet, but those have space-time and inside reality, the 7 layers. Those are often called black holes in the subnet. They can work like the loop, look like it, or both. They are made by the subnet as a defense system to try and confuse the mind of the intruders. In other words, the human infestation. They are not the real loops, but still have a good purpose for the submachine, to attack the minds of the intruder. I don't know. I'm just fed up with those fucking theories and shit. Oh boy. And well, I guess I still have a weight stone, so that was kind of pointless. But we did get another code and stuff. Yeah, 277. Oh man, I should probably just end the stream. I don't know, I just feel like my energy is just being drained to the point where I'm just like kind of cranky and like not giving this its due effort and stuff. Laboratory key. Huh, it's interesting. Like I don't even want to put any real effort into the reading or thinking about anything. I'm just kind of done with this at this point. Like, as I've said, I really enjoy the exploration part of this one, but the reading not so much. Maybe I just shouldn't read anything out loud anymore. But now I've kind of committed to it, so I guess I have to. Oh, fuck this. The Number Station Theory, written by Raxas. Over the course of the Submachine series, it's no secret that we've seen a lot of broadcasting centers with no apparent user purpose. That is true. Exploration gave us a view into some active broadcasts, and to the attuned listener, these stations are in fact real. Remember Location Redacted? The gramophones that played... Okay, so this one is also just like playing into the I am writing in-universe, basically. The gramophones that played that buzzing noise, that is a real frequency broadcasting from Russia. It's been broadcasting continuously for over 30 years, stopping rarely. Oddly enough, one of those stops occurred a couple days before I posted this. I was there. Is that real, or is he just making this up? Additionally, in Location Redacted, we also... I need water again, 1 second. This is the most taxing game I play now. Jesus Christ. In Location Redacted, we also hear a song on the radio, which is followed by numbers read aloud. There's also another very real station known as the Swedish Rhapsody. Never heard of it. Other stations include the Lincoln Lincolnshire Poacher, the Backwards Music Station, the Crackle, just to name a few. Okay, at least there's not too much more. Now, we've all heard a lot of similar things inside exploration, and I'm not sure which one Mur used, but I've got a theory. There's these mysterious number stations broadcasting with no particular use are part of the submachine. They're broadcasted into the real world through connected areas. For instance, UVB-76 has been traced to a very tangible building in Siberia. Perhaps it is connected physically or dimensionally to location redacted. But why? Maybe it's a form of communication. Maybe the subnet speaks. Maybe it's trying to contact something, or perhaps something or someone within the subnet is trying to get a message out. Maybe it's a form of attack. Maybe these wavelengths and frequencies are how the subnet spreads and builds connections to the real world, like redacted in Siberia. But whatever they're for, one thing is certain. They certainly exist in both worlds. That was better, at least. Like, that was written fine. Decent, like, thing. Just kind of like an attempt to flesh out some aspect of the games. I can appreciate that a bit more. So, this was 277. Lab key. I guess. Not much more in this one, unless I missed something. I might have missed something. I tried to look around, but can't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything. Alright. Oh, man. Oh, boy, I should stop this. I should delete this, by the way. That's pointless. Last one, since I only have this one written down. Another looping thing? Is this something to do with those, like, circle things? Maybe not. Wisdom gem. Oh, wait. Why is that unpowered now? Oh god. Okay, I'm definitely not reading this. I can't be asked. Not right now. Oh, there we go. But why? Huh? Oh. So this one powers the teleporter. I see, but then the other one powers that probably. So if I power this one, now I can read this. I see. So that's everything here. But oh, that's not a 3-digit number. That seems to be everything here. Alright, fine. Fine, I guess I'll fucking read this thing so we can, like, have done that. Oh god. Portal Workings Theory, written by Smart Guy 5000. I have a theory about the entire structure and locations of the submachines relative to each other. Say the portal system really does have meaning to the coordinates we enter. There are 3 XYZ allowing us left and right, forward and backward, up and down. Maybe the central portal works outward from all these other portals. This does imply, though, that the number of coordinates would seem to be infinite, and that the people who created the portals only have a portion of the submachine network explored. As well, it only covers a half of a sphere, not taking negative coordinates into account. It's not even half of a sphere, it's a quarter of a sphere, right? If it's only positive numbers, you can only go up, not down. You can only go out, not in, and you can only go, like, whatever, left, right, 2 axes. So yeah. Where was I? God, where was half sphere? There. Not taking negative coordinates into account. Or it is independent from the portal you're dialing to. Either that, or the portals are numbered relative to their creation, implying that the human explorers created and placed the portals. Yeah, I mean, that's a short little theory, and that kind of makes sense. Like, yeah, that's a decent enough theory. But I guess now we know, right? We already know that that's not the case, that it is like a coordinate system. It's not like the order that they found these in. Yeah, I mean, at this point then, portal theory. I am, once again, out of things to do. So, I might just leave it there then, but I don't know what to do next time. I forgot to read the last 2 lines. Wasn't that just his, like, name or something? Oh, God. I thought since there were, like, 4 letters, 4 numbers, it wasn't anything. 917, wasn't it? Hold on. God damn it. God damn it. Ah! Give me the thing! Oh! Oh! Wait. No? How would this make sense? You would take smart guy 5,000? And then take minus 4989? And then make it a positive number because negative numbers don't exist? Is that what it is? That's kind of a weird one in that case. So it would be 11. Oh, it's not even negative. Yeah, I'm dumb. So 11. I guess so. Yeah, okay, that works. But I'm ending it here. Okay, cool. I have something to go on. At least one last thing. Smart guy. We'll see. Let's continue here next time. Man, this game is draining to me. I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more just playing it, like, normally. Maybe I shouldn't have started reading all these out loud and stuff. That's really, like, taking a toll on me. But oh boy. We'll leave it there for today. And probably for this week for Submachine. I'll come back next week to it, I suppose. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.